Alright, let's do this. Let's beat the final boss. By the way, you will hear my sister in that, yelling and that stuff because one of her episodes is on, so I'm trying not to be too loud. Alright, let's do this. I don't have that many blue ones. Here's this what I have to do. Look at that. The Iron must be trying to save the Pikmin species we lost. Let's take better care of our Pikmin this time. Well, he's almost dead. They probably can't go for more, so this is it. We did it! We got him. We got it. We won. We beat the game. And the final boss. I have to admit that final boss was interesting. It was an interesting boss. Way more interesting than that monster that was in the mud. Whew. Now that was horrible. I can't thank you enough for saving me. I'm Olimar, captain of the SS Dolphin. Pleased to meet you. I see you rescued my colleague Louis as well. I hope he didn't have snake with any of your food. He has a habit of doing that. Actually, that's exactly what he did. Well, to apologize for that, and to thank you for the chance, please take the Cosmic Drive key. Now we can get back to Kalpai. Phew, what a relief. This must be fate, Captain Olimar. Hokate is on our way home, so why don't we give you a lift? I'd appreciate that. My own ship is sadly out of commission. Food. Food, food. Wow, that guy must have some sort of a huge eating disorder. Well, look at the Pikmin. You really think they sense that this is really goodbye? We couldn't have done all this without those little guys. We owe them so much. Farewell, my comrades. Wait a minute. There's another part of it? What the hell? Okay. Do you think they'll be okay without us? I hope so. But people at home are waiting for us. So then, let's go home. Further that, preparing to enter cosmic speed. As we're driving engaged. Alright, let's see if I either get the average ending or the good ending, since I got all the fruit.
And so the intrepid explorers successfully complete their mission. After securing a bountiful supply of edible matter and learning the valuable lessons of planning, teamwork, the explorers are set to become the saviors of their home planet. Under their guidance, the seeds they recovered will be used to kick off a sustainable cycle of cultivation and harvesting, thus bringing new life to Kalpai. However, one question remains. What was the cause of the accident that sent the SS Drake hurtling to PNF 404 surface? Perhaps it wasn't an accident after all.
Wait, is that the average ending or the good ending? Because quite honestly, I have no idea. Shigeru Miyamoto. Well, I guess that's it for the game, actually. I got all the different types of fruits, which is pretty much a 100% walkthrough. Or maybe closely, because I have no idea if that ending is either just the regular ending or just the good ending. Because I think the bad ending would probably say that something like maybe the food you collected so far isn't enough to save the planet. That's probably what the bad ending is. But besides that, I don't know if that's either the average or the good ending. If somebody could maybe comment below about that, I would like to know. Then, or maybe I'll just look it up to find out if that's the good ending or not. Like I said, I just don't know. Alright, so that's it for the Pikmin 3 playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it, and wow, the Pikmin are actually having a lot of fun in the game. So, what are my thoughts about the game so far? Well, I have not tried out the mission mode or the multiplayer mode. I'll probably try out the mission mode off camera, because I probably have no interest in doing that. For the game story itself, it's already been done before, I'll admit it. The plot of, I'll admit it though. Well, like, the plot of, them going to another planet to get more food and discovering this life forms is not really new, I'll be honest. It's already been done a couple times before. Though. But I will admit that the way they tell it here is actually pretty neat. And pretty cutesy and very colorful. And I'll admit that's pretty neat. And I will say that, yeah, but other than that, that's my only complaint about the story. It's just that it's already been done before, but it's told pretty nicely. And really harmless. Well, almost harmless. In terms of the gameplay itself, well, obviously this type of gameplay, like, you think this type of gameplay would probably be maybe just the same repetitive gameplay? Well, look at that. Satoru Iwata, the executive producer. Wow, that has gotta be the shortest credits I've ever seen. What the? Another spaceship? Wait, are you serious? Is there a chance of a fourth Pikmin game coming? That's actually what it looks like. You see the spaceship crash? Look at the Pikmin going on there. I wonder if that's a sign that Miyamoto's gonna make a fourth Pikmin game, another sequel. Which could be pretty interesting with what he could do. Final report. Group recovered. I got all play. Day 45. Airtime. I lost a lot of Pikmin. Well, I'm almost done. 45 days it took me to actually beat the game. I wonder how long the game is, depending on how long it takes you to beat it. I want to actually go there for a sec. According to the thing, it's about 14 hours and 45 minutes. Oh, excuse me, I got a little stain on my chest. Alright, so for apparently the length it took me to beat the game is pretty much almost 15 hours. So I'd say if you played a Pikmin game before, and you pretty much do all these strategies correctly very well every day, I bet you could beat this game in about 10 hours or less. So that's probably what I'm predicting. However, if you're somebody who's never played Pikmin, then this may take you way longer than 10 hours. Like, as you see, by the time, like as you see on the time there, it took me almost 15 hours actually. Well, pretty much 14 hours and 45 minutes to beat the main story. And that. So overall, Pikmin's actually a pretty good game. I'm gonna go far out there. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's not a fantastic game yet because I have not tried out the mission or the bingo mode yet. I hadn't tried those out yet. But what I might plan on doing is, but I will go say out there that so far, until I try out the bingo or mission mode, Pikmin 3, in my opinion, is a great game. It's like a Lego City Uncovered. It's surprisingly way better than you think it would be. Actually, it's really good. The strategy game, the gameplay fits very well with the real-time strategy genre, especially for a strategy game. Yeah, true. If this was just in a different genre, this would be just the same repetitive gameplay that gets boring after a while. I can understand that. But for a strategy game like this one, it actually does work. And I do also like how they give you different types of Pikmin to use, actually. Besides the original three, like the red, blue, and the yellow ones, they give you two new ones, which are the winged pink Pikmin and the rock ones. I'd say out of all the Pikmin you'll be using the most in the game, after you get all 5, or when you get up to 5, the winged Pikmin, rock Pikmin, blue, all 5 are pretty useful, but I think the most useful ones are the winged and rock Pikmin. Especially the water Pikmin are the third best. The other two are pretty much used for combat or just for digging and that. Yeah. Game and I will say that the music actually is pretty nice. It's pretty it's a harmless music, and that's cute and that stuff. Even the game itself's pretty cute. It's very colorful. And that's another thing I really like. I really like the graphics of the game. It actually looks very really good and almost photorealistic. Like, the textures on a lot of the stuff looks really photorealistic. And it's very colorful, very cutesy in that. Even the designs on the Pikmin make them look very cute and cutesy.
Galactic Date, 20 minutes.
Oh, sorry about that, people. I was not paying attention. Sorry, my fault. And if there maybe is one thing I would have a small problem with, maybe the graphics of the thing, I would say that the textures could have maybe been done slightly better. Now, don't get me wrong, though. The textures on a lot of the things is really good. Like, the textures on the leaves looks pretty good. But the water looks amazing. Like, I mean, like, look at the water down here. It looks fantastic. It looks realistic. Nah, and the rocks pretty much look decent in there with the textures on to make them look like rocks. My problem is like some of the wood textures and that. Like, the wood textures is alright, but I do think Miyamoto or Nintendo could have done better with the textures. But other than that, I think the graphics are very good, and probably the best graphics for the Wii U so far. In my opinion, I think, I'm not gonna lie, if Bingo Battle and Mishimoto are very good, actually, I'm gonna probably make this a Game of the Year contender for me. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I think it's one of the best games this year. They're a really good strategy game, a lot of fun, and that stuff. Now, I can understand that my videos have not been getting that many views, even though, quite honestly, I'm not a partner with anybody and I don't care about views. But I've noticed that my views weren't getting so low, and I can understand that Pikmin 3 is one of those games where basically it is fun and really good to play, just a bit boring to watch as a playthrough. So I can completely understand that, but I really like the game a lot. At first, I was a bit skeptical about it, yeah, but as I started to learn more about the game and started to think more, it starts to become a really good game. And I will also mention that for the control scheme, if you plan on using the gamepad or the Pro controller, which I've been using a little bit to play a bit of the game, you're probably gonna think that the controls will be awkward at first. Like, oh man, the controls were awkward the first time I played the game. They were very awkward. Yeah, the reason I said they were very awkward at first is because you're not used to the aiming of the thing. But basically, how you aim in the game is pretty much I can't say it. Yeah, you pretty much tilt a little bit and don't tap forward all the way, because if you do tap forward the way you run. So the best strategy to do is that if you hold down the R button, you hold R, then you use the left control stick to aim properly. The right control stick's pretty much used to control the camera. Nah. So yeah, Pikmin 3, really good game. If Mishimoto and Bingo Battle are pretty good, I'm gonna probably make this one of my favorite games. You're probably a Game of the Year contender easily. Okay, so thanks for watching playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you liked the game, give me your thoughts on the game. You know, what did you think of the game overall? Did you thought it was pretty interesting? Did you thought that maybe it's a boring game or maybe you dislike it? Let me know what you think about the game overall in the comments below, and I'll see you later.